We ring once for those not yet to come, that they may inherit a world with greater freedom, dignity, and joy.
Good morning, friends. Welcome to Unitarian Coastal Fellowship. This is a place where many paths meet, where we honor the rich tapestry of spiritual traditions, and where all are welcome to responsibly explore their own connection to the sacred. I am Reverend Leslie Runnels, and I use she, her pronouns. Joined today with Mark Hooper as worship associate, and we have Megan Smith on piano. Maria Lundgren is going to be our song leader extraordinaire today because she's going to be working all through the worship service. And then we have Barb Thomas and Brittany Stemminger making sure that all the magic in AV and Zoom happens today. Thank you both. If you are visiting us for the first or second time today, would you raise your hands that we may welcome you? Coming back a second time over there. Anybody else? Yeah. If y'all want to reintroduce yourselves.
I'm Melissa, and I'm Gavin's mom.
Beautiful. Welcome. Jaden's giving a thumbs up, and we'll find out who's joining us on Zoom today.
We have Sarah Sutherland, Brian Younts, Catherine Ormsby, Joan Burton, Kay and Darrow Lynch, and the Marsh family.
Wonderful. Let's wave to everybody on Zoom. We're glad you're joining us. Today is multi-generational worship service where we worship and learn together as a family. The intention table is set up with coloring paper that's for protest signs. And we're going to have a little protest in the middle of worship today around value 4 when we get there. So if you want to make a little poster sign to do, then you find a seat at the table and squish some kids out of the way and you make your sign. You can also bring a piece of paper and some pens back to your seat and color back there too. Yes. Today's service is all about learning about our UU values, and someone has created a new song that we are going to learn together called the UU Values Tree Song. We're going to be learning that throughout service, and in great timing over here, Penny, where's Penny? There she is. Penny is on the membership team, and she's gotten some new brochures that talk about our values. So those are here if anybody would like to bring them to a friend or bring them home. Help yourselves. All right, our announcements today. UCF is hosting a Red Cross blood drive on Wednesday, July 22nd. Is that this coming Wednesday, Barb? Okay, this coming Wednesday from 10 to 3. And there is an emergency shortage of blood occurring right now. Everyone who donates will get a free movie ticket from Fandango, which I found out you can use those movie tickets to watch movies at home. I don't know if anybody else knows that. I was like, aha. And if we get enough, we will get $100 that the church can use for something that we need. There's a link in the Wave to sign up. There's a QR code in the library. Walk-ins are always welcome on Wednesday, this coming Wednesday from 10 to 3. And then the social justice team is inviting you to the UU The Vote launch on July 26th, which is next Sunday, and we have agreed to do 1,200 postcards. And these have been, there's a very strategic plan about what the postcards say, where they are going, and when they are going. So it's all very strategic and put together. So there will be 40 packets, so we need 40 people to sign up, and there are 30 postcards in a packet, which includes everything you need, the script, postcards, stamps, and addresses, and all that. So come next Sunday for that. And then worship service next Sunday is a dear friend of mine, Shivani Gelfand from New Orleans. She's also now in seminary school. She has been my spiritual director for 6 or 7 years, and she saw me go through the becoming a minister process. And somewhere in that process, when I was supposed to move forward, the governing body said, no, you're not ready yet. And I was very upset. I was more than upset, and I was going to quit, and I was all in my feels. And she walked me through that and helped me through it. And now she's going through that process herself. So even as scary as it was for me and for her to do that, she's like, yeah, I think I want to do this thing too. So she's going to be in the pulpit. And we're also going to be introducing the traveling chalice next week, which is, you'll hear all about it, but it's a basket of a traveling chalice for UCF that's going to go home with one family each week, and they'll do some things that are in there together, and they'll bring it back the next week, and then another family will take it home. And just so you know, one person is a family, no matter how many cats they have, right? And then while she's preaching, I'm going to be in with the kids, and we're going to be working on an art project, which I think is going to be painting the values that we're going to be learning about today on like a big mural. So that's pretty exciting. Yeah, Jaden, me too. So wear good painting clothes next week. Okay. With all of that done, oh, it's our new baby. Oh. Oh, Geraldine had her baby. Is Geraldine with us? Okay. Oh, well, we are definitely going to welcome her during the Stones and Water retreat. Okay. All right, let's make sure this family has some room to sit together. Thanks, y'all. Oh, she's so tiny. I can't wait to welcome her. All right. All right, now with that exciting moment settling a little bit, we are going to center ourselves, and we're going to let music lead the way.
There is a love holding me. There is a love holding all that I love. There is a love holding all. I rest in this love. There is a love holding us. There is a love holding all that we love. There is a love holding all. We rest in this love. We rest in this love.
It is not always easy to find love at the center. There is not a set of easy instructions numbered 1 through 7 or maybe 8. It is not always easy to find love at the center. Today in Covenant, we celebrate our living tradition, which invites us to take a deep breath of fresh air into the newness of every day so our minds, hearts, and spirits will be continually nourished. It is not always easy to find love at the center. So for today, we gather in covenant to celebrate the reality that love is at the core of our beings, and that love will guide us if we open ourselves to the challenges which love requires of us. May we accept this challenge with dignity and grace. Amen, and may it be so. And now let us speak these words as one. Come, let us worship together. And Molly? We light this flame of our heritage knowing that it was created to light the way to compassion and justice. May this flame remind us that our values come alive not only when what we believe, but in how we live together. We also light the peace candle to remind ourselves that peace is a process that requires work. That peace is not merely an absence of conflict, but the presence of justice. We're going to be learning a new song today about our UU values all throughout the worship service, but to remind us that we do not have to know how to sing together. We're going to sing this favorite. Please rise in body and spirit for our opening hymn 108, When Our Heart is in a Holy Place.
When our heart is in a holy place, when our heart is in a holy place, we are blessed with love and amazing grace. When our heart is in a holy place, when we trust the wisdom in each of us, every color, every creed and kind, and we see our faces in each other's eyes, then our heart is in a holy place. When our heart is in a holy place, when our heart is in a holy place, we are blessed with love and amazing grace. When our heart is in a holy place, when we tell our story from deep inside, and we listen with a loving mind, and we hear our voices in each other's words, then our heart is in a holy place. When our heart is in a holy place, when our heart is in a holy place, we are blessed with love and amazing grace. When our heart is in a holy place, when we share the silence of sacred space, and the God of our hearts stirs within, when we feel the power of each other's faith, then our heart is in a holy place. When our heart is in a holy place, when our heart is in a holy place, we are blessed with love and amazing grace. When our heart is in a holy place, when our heart is in a holy place.
Sounds to me like we have a new member for the choir. And she's not afraid to sing loud, which means we need to sing just as loud as she is, so that we're all singing together. I love it. You're welcome. We thank you. Our commitment to building beloved community means that we are called to be glad with those who rejoice and to weep with those who mourn. We set aside this time in our gathering today to share with one another the joys and sorrows that are now shaping our lives. Should you wish to share a personal joy or sorrow about a person or persons in your life, there is a paper to fill out over here on the table, and I will read that aloud as part of the worship service. This is a sacred ritual that we do in meditative silence, being present to ourselves and to each other, listening to what the silence has to say. Come forward along this row, select a shell or a stone, place it in the community bowl of now what will become holy sacred water. You can also line up around that edge too. We invite you now to this ritual. Helene is offering up love and compassion to the additional families whose servicemen were killed in Iran in a war without purpose. Amen, Helene. Emma is lifting up a joy. I'm sorry, let me read this one first. This is from Johnny B. That must be John Brobst. Yep. Who gets to be religious in the military? How many of you are aware that Pete Hesgeth has minimized the number of recognized religions from 211 to 31? And one of the exclusions is our Unitarian Universalist religion. So Emma wants to lift up, thank you all, I think this is to all of us, for making my family feel so welcome. I feel blessed to have found community here at UCF. And we are so happy to have you and your family here with us. And then super very exciting, but we're going to be very quiet so we don't wake her up, is a new baby girl, Halo Kai Anderson. Congratulations, Geraldine. She looks precious. Welcome to the family, Halo. This community witnesses your joys, your concerns, even those not spoken aloud are the ones that are slowly forming in your heart. May you know love, may you know peace, and may you be safe. And today, we were going to have Sarah Grenier join us today, but poor little Summer is homesick with a very bad cough. So I am filling in today. Oh no, so sad. And this is a story about a justice tree. So this is The Tree of Justice Grows Everywhere, Love is Present by Emily C. Jones. It is said that trees of justice grow everywhere love is present. So how is this special kind of tree different from an ordinary tree? What is in the center of that tree? A love heart. It's the favorite shape, and it's right there in the middle, and it's big, and it's red. That's a little unusual for a tree. This emerges from within the tree and represents the very essence of that tree itself, love. Love is the pulse of all the values the tree represents. The tree is known for its many values. One of those is easy to see, which is generosity. The tree is generous with everything that it has. What is this tree sharing with the world around it? What are some things the tree is sharing? Shade. What was it? Oxygen. What a wonderful thing. We get to breathe. Yeah. Lots of oxygen? Justice. Yeah, it's sharing justice with us. Habitat for birds. And love. And nuts for squirrels, right? And things to make a home with, right? Leaves and twigs and things like that. Yeah, we're getting to the swings. Yeah, so now it shares its swings. And how many swings does it have? Just one? It has 2 swings. It's the favorite thing, and we love to do it together, not just by ourselves. I bet you do. I bet he loves to swing with you too. Being a tree of equity, the swings can raise and lower so that anyone can enjoy them, and you can add a new platform to one of them so that a wheelchair can get on there and swing too. Being a tree of justice, the tree is strong and balanced. It even has knots and twists from the places where it was stressed, but it kept growing. There are many places to explore around the base of the tree and from its many branches. Each root and branch offers a different point of view. This is pluralism, the ability to hold many views at once. Because if you're on the ground, Odin, if you're on the ground underneath this tree and you look up, what do you see? A snake? You might. You absolutely might see a snake. What'd you say? A flame. Oh, okay. You might see a swing if you look up in the tree. What about you, Gavin? If you look up in a tree, what do you see? Leaves. Birds. Right. Yeah. Branches, like big trunks and branches and things. Now, what about if you're up in the tree and you're looking down on the ground? What might you see? Grass. Something very different than what you see up in a tree. Bunnies. Anything else? What was it? More bunnies. Bunnies and more bunnies, right? You might see people down there, right? You might see people taking a nap. So being able to see things from that bird's eye view up in the tree, you're going to see different things than if you're down on the ground looking up into the tree, right? And both views are very important because the whole scene needs to be seen. Every season, the tree of justice looks different. Sometimes it's green and growing and flowing, and sometimes it's colorful and regenerating with those bright green buds. And sometimes it's waiting, just saving its energy to make its next big move. No matter what the tree looks like, it's always changing to prepare for its next stage of becoming, and this is called transformation. So now we've talked about transformation, justice, generosity, equity, love, interdependence, and pluralism, which are all our Unitarian Universalist values, all in one tree. So now anytime you look at a tree, you can be reminded of what Unitarian Universalism stands for. Love. Right on, Jaden. Okay, thank you. So we're now going to imagine that we're sitting underneath that tree, and it's not a hot day. It's a nice, breezy, gentle day, and sitting underneath the tree feels really good. And we're going to move into some silence and meditation. So we'll begin with our eyes closed, if that's comfortable for you, taking in 3 deep breaths of air with an inhale and an exhale, and an inhale, and an exhale, and one more, and exhale. Our first UU value is the value of transformation. Transformation means to grow and adapt to a changing world and to grow spiritually. So everybody can hold your fist up and imagine your fist is a seed. You want to hold your fist up too, Jaden? Yeah. So imagine this as a seed, and now slowly unfurl your pointer finger like a seed that is growing up. Yeah, right? So that is what transformation looks like. And as your seed grows, it will look like the number 1, which is very helpful for you to remember that is the first value of transformation. And now I wonder if I could get a child or two to, oh, you want to? Okay. Do you think your brother would want to help you? Yeah, okay, great. So we have 2 volunteers, that's great. There's a water pitcher somewhere. I think it might be over there, or maybe it's by these baskets. If you would get that for me. And Jaden and Odin, if y'all would come down here in the middle, and I want y'all to act like a seed. You're going to get very small on the ground, all covered up under dirt. And then Mr. Mark's going to come around here. And first of all, the congregation is going to send you a lot of sunshine, right? Some nice warm sunshine all over them. And now Mark's going to come with this pitcher of love. And he's going to pour some water onto them to help them grow. And they're going to come up and they're going to start growing, and we're going to see them getting bigger and wilder and becoming big giant trees. Thank you all so much for helping with that. Transformation means being willing to grow and change. The world is always changing, and so are we. We learn new things and we make mistakes. We discover that something we once believed may need to change. Transformation invites us to remain curious, to keep learning, and to become more fully who we are. For Unitarian Universalists, our faith is not a finished faith. It's not written and done. We do not have all the answers, and we do not need to pretend that we do. We are willing to listen to science, to experience, to history, and to one another, especially to those of us who have been marginalized by systems of oppression. And we listen to the wisdom of the whole world around us. Transformation reminds us that change can be difficult, and you need the right environments. You need sunshine and love and dirt and people watching you grow. And it is also a path towards greater understanding, greater justice, and greater love. And now we are going to learn our new song. This first verse is about our value of transformation, and you can stay seated as we learn it together.
Our first value now is clear. Transformation, it is here. We are learning something new. UU values is what we do. Just like a tree, we will be branches which we all will see, reaching out to you and me. Let's celebrate our value tree.
All right, we only have 6 more of those to go. And I know you are all going to sing it in your homes tonight, and everybody's going to learn it, and you're going to be mad at me by Wednesday because it won't go away. Our next value is equity. Equity means that everyone should be treated with inherent worth and dignity. This makes people feel like equals. So now hold up 2 fingers and turn them sideways so that they look like an equal sign. Yep, everybody's got them. Y'all got them over there? This is how we remember the value of equity. Equity also means that everyone gets what they need to have equal opportunities to flourish. Different people may require different tools to succeed. Equity means recognizing that fairness does not always mean giving everyone exactly the same thing. So let's look at this image. Where are my young people? I know we got some young people back there too. Y'all can play if you want as well. What do you see on the image on the left? How many people have boxes? Everybody on the left has a box. So who can see over the fence?
But on the other side, the dad doesn't need a box because he's already that big.
He's already as big, so he doesn't.
That guy needs one, and the other needs two.
The other one needs two because we all need different things. Do you see that Nova up here on the image? Oh, she's ready. She's ready to make her sign. You better get ready because justice is coming up. Yes, that's right. Now this image, I even thought about whether we should share it or not because it's such a tiny part of the story of what needs to be fixed, right? Because they still are not inside watching the game. They are still not in the seats watching the game. They still don't have ice cream and hot dogs inside watching the game. But it does demonstrate how some of us need more things than others. This is being played out right now. How tall are you, Mark?
How tall am I?
Yeah.
5'10" on a good day.
No, you're taller than that, aren't you? You're 5'10"? Oh, I feel so short. Whenever I'm next to him, I feel like I'm 4'10". I'm 5'1", so I'm standing on a 4-foot riser that Bob Thomas made for me. And when Mark comes up here, he kind of has to straddle it a little bit wide and kind of lean over a little bit, right? Because he doesn't need to stand on the box, but I do. So this is put here so that I can see you and you can see me. It's a little bit of equity, and sometimes it's not always comfortable, right?
All good.
It's all good. Mark. Okay, so equity means noticing what each person needs in order to participate, belong, and have a real chance to flourish, to grow like those wild trees grew down there. Equity asks us to pay attention to the barriers that make life harder for some people. It invites us to listen to people who have been left out and to change the way things are done when the old ways are not fair. And there are many old ways that are not fair. Equity means making room for different bodies, different minds, different identities, different experiences, and different needs. And understanding that a community is so much stronger when everyone can truly belong. And now we are going to learn our second verse about the value of equity, and you can stay seated as we learn it together.
Our second value now is clear. Equity, it is here. We are learning something new. UU values is what we do. Just like a tree, we will be branches which we all will see, reaching out to you and me. Let's celebrate our value tree.
Each month in our multi-generational worship service, we collect shelf-stable food for our neighbors with food insecurity. I invite the children again to help collect the food. We need a lot of help. You come get a basket. Molly, we need help. Thank you. And if you have food, let's bring it. Thank you very much. Thank you. Thank you. take this food over to our storage unit in next door, and it's amazing. Thank you so much for your generosity. And we'll need a little help at the end of the service to transport it. Good job. Oh, yeah. Thank you. Wow. We do this once a month, and it's amazing. But the pantry is used every day. Every day. I don't know what that is. Oh. Okay. Thank you very much. Wow. We'll need a little help after service to take this to we did good. We did. Give yourself a hand. Oh, yeah. Heck yeah. Heck yeah. So, on to the third value, which is pluralism. Value number 3 is pluralism. Being able to hold many views at once and learn from each other is the value of pluralism. Hold up 3 fingers. Yeah. And imagine 3 people with different ideas about God and who may have different cultures or experiences. And now you can remember the value of pluralism. Pluralism means making room for many different ways of understanding life. And Unitarian Universalism people may be Christian, Buddhist, Jewish, pagan, atheist, humanist, spiritual, or something else entirely. We do not all have to believe the same things in order to worship, learn, and grow together. Pluralism is more than simply tolerating differences. It means being curious about one another and recognizing that no single person or tradition has a monopoly on truth. We can listen deeply, learn from many sources, and still remain true to our own understanding. Pluralism reminds us that the world is bigger than any one of us, and that our lives are enriched when we make room for many voices. All right, let's get our pluralistic voices ready to sing about it, and let's rise in body or spirit. Yes, and sing verse 3. Thank you.
Our third value now is clear. Pluralism that is here. We are learning something new. UU values is what we do. Just like a tree, we will be branches which we all will see, reaching out to you and me. Let's celebrate our value tree.
All right. Justice is value number 4. We need to be strong to dismantle racism and fight for justice. Take your 4 fingers and curl them into a fist and hold it up high. This is a sign of strength that can help you remember justice, which is the 4th value. Justice means making the world more fair. It means noticing when people are treated differently because of who they are, where they come from, how much money they have, or even what they believe. Justice asks us to pay attention not only to individual acts of kindness, but also to the rules, systems, and traditions that can make life easier for some people and harder for others. Justice also means taking action. Sometimes we march, we speak up, we vote, we organize, we change a policy. Sometimes justice begins with something smaller, noticing who is being left out and making room for them. Justice reminds us that we are not only responsible for our own well-being, we are responsible for helping create a world where all people and all Earth itself are treated with care and fairness. Attending protests about things we care about is one way we express our value of justice. So now I'd like to invite anybody who has made a justice sign over here to come up along the chancel. We're going to have like a little protest march. Yeah, you ready, Odin? That's okay. So that was our value of justice showing up right here in this space. And now, let's all stand up together with that energy of activation and protest and march. And let's learn our value tree song, verse number 4.
Our fourth value now is clear. Justice, justice, it is here. We are learning something new. You values, it's what we do. Just like a tree, we will be branches which we all will see, reaching out to you and me. Let's celebrate our value tree.
Generosity is the next of our values. Sharing the things you have that make a difference to others, like faith, presence, and resources. Hold out your hand as though you're giving someone a gift to remember this value. Perfect. Generosity is the practice of sharing what we have. Sometimes we share money, food, time, or things that we no longer need. Sometimes we share our attention, our skills, our creativity, our forgiveness, and our encouragement. Generosity asks us to notice what we have to offer and to remember that even small acts of giving can make a difference. Generosity is not about giving until you have nothing left. It's about recognizing that our lives are connected and that we all need each other. Sometimes generosity means giving. Sometimes it means receiving graciously and allowing someone else the joy of helping. Generosity reminds us that there is more than enough love, care, imagination, and possibility when we learn to share them. To demonstrate this value, we will be doing an offering. I'm wondering if we could get 2 children to volunteer to help the greeters collect the offering. They will show you what to do. Perfect. Very good. Okay. Yeah, each month we share the plate with the community organization. Share the plate for July is for Beaufort Sugar Snaps. Recognizing the impact on families and children, they united with a shared goal to provide reliable food support for kids in our community. Their mission is to support the community by offering food assistance to ensure our children they do not go without the nourishment they deserve. Please give from your own well of generosity. Thank you. So for a little change, we're going to sing the 5th verse of the Values Tree song, Generosity.
Our 5th value now is clear. Generosity that is here. We are learning something new. You values, it's what we do. Just like a tree, we will be branches which we all will see, reaching out to you and me. Let's celebrate our value tree.
Our 6th value, love. Love is at the center of all of our values. Love is the power that holds us together. To represent this value, hold up 6 fingers, and with one finger, your drawing finger, come over here and draw a little heart on your hand. Okay? So that's how you can remember love. And it's the 6th value. Some of them are still working on it back there. You got it? Take a finger, Steve. Take your 6th finger and draw a heart. There you go. You got it. All right. Love is the value that holds all the others together. Love is more than a feeling. It is a way of treating one another. Love means remembering that every person has worth and dignity and that we are all connected. Love asks us to care about what happens to other people, even when they are different from us or when we do not yet know them, and even if we don't understand them. Love can look like kindness, but it can also look like courage. Sometimes love means listening carefully, telling the truth, apologizing, setting a boundary, or standing up when someone is hurt. In our UU communities, we try to practice a love that is wide enough to include everyone and everything, strong enough to help us work for a world where everyone can thrive. Love also means that we practice consent. So to demonstrate this value together, you're going to make sure you have the consent of your neighbor when you're doing it. In a moment, we're going to invite everyone in the congregation to turn to those that are closer to you and offer a smile, a high five, a hug, or compliment. So Mark and I are going to model that for you. So Mark, would you like a high five, a hug, a fist bump, a handshake, a hug, a compliment? What you want?
A nice handshake.
A handshake. All right. Now what happens if I don't want to do the handshake? Do I have to do the handshake? No. So maybe I saw Mark eating a bunch of donuts and his hands are all sticky, and I saw it, right? And I don't want to shake his hand. So I'm going to say, Mark, I don't want to do a handshake, but I'd love to do a fist bump. Can we do that? Let's do a fist bump. All right. So now turn to your neighbor, check on what y'all want to do together, give a little consent, and show a little love to your neighbor.
Good. It's all good. It is a catchy little tune.
Yeah, it's in my head now. So that is our value of love. And before we sing our next verse about love, from our values tree, we're going to share some more love for our volunteers here at UCF. So all summer long, we're going to be lifting up all the amazing volunteers who do the work behind the scenes and in front of the scenes. And so today we're going to lift up, actually need the mic. Thank you. So we can go to the next slide. Oh, do I have it out of order? We're going to sing it in a second. Let's see if I've got the next one is the, yes, okay. So we're going to talk about campus care. And we kind of started calling it campus care because we were talking about buildings and grounds. That's a pretty typical committee that a lot of UU churches have, but we kind of have a campus, right? So we're kind of calling it a campus. And we have to care for the campus that cares for us. So I want to lift up Sandra Shell. Is she here today? There she is, yay. Sandra Shell does so much work every week to make sure, I saw this list of things that she has to do each week, and I was looking, it's normal things like check bathroom, the toilet paper in the bathroom, make sure the coffee mugs are clean, things like that. Clean baseboards, right? She cleans the baseboards when she needs to clean the baseboards. You don't see piles, and we can come in here with a white glove test. I tell you, we will win. Sandra takes such good care of this place, and she's doing the role of what a sexton would do, which is a paid gig. But she does it from the generosity of her heart. And she has a couple of volunteers who have offered to help her out, but I don't think they've had to help her out yet, but we're going to make sure you give them a chance to help you out, okay? So Laura Lewis, who is back there in the hat, has offered to help. And I know Holly Rogers is here because I saw her. Oh, there she is in the back, too. And they have a lot that they're going to do to make sure this place is clean every week. Also, Harvest Host. Does anybody know what Harvest Host is? Yeah, what is it, Steve? John, I'm sorry, John.
It's a network of businesses and institutions that allow our leaders to come and camp. I just used 2 of them the last week on a trip that I was on. It's amazing.
Yeah, so it's some places and businesses, churches, could also be homes as well, right? Like if somebody has a field that they offer up for RVers to come and park their rig and stay. So we offer that. We are a Harvest Host, and we give them a little spot on the corner where they can park, and they pay us a pretty nominal, it's a pretty cheap fee, right? It's a donation, yeah. So Joellen runs this program here, and none of us knew about it, right? So thank you, Joellen, for running that. it brings in a little money, but also it's very welcoming to people to know that they can, because parking a rig somewhere is hard to find a place to park it, especially for cheap. So thank you for that. Speaking of Joellen Essex, we also have, out here, we have one EV charger. Nope, not Joellen. Ah. Okay, so Harriet Altman, who's not here today, she's the one who figured it out, set it up, ordered it, make sure it's running. You just get the money when it comes in. Is that what happens? Okay, because Joellen is one of our treasurers. All right, and then I keep going to the finance team meeting, and I hear Dave saying, okay, I'll meet the vendor about that, I'll meet the vendor about this, I'll meet that vendor about that. The last thing I heard was he's going to meet the HVAC vendor about something. So I want to lift up Dave Hughes, who's in Iceland right now, I think, who can't hear us, but, and I think it's something like 30 degrees there. I'm not sure if I'm jealous or not, but we really want to thank those who do that work. And then a hurricane preparedness team. Susan Roberts, who's here somewhere. I saw her. Where is she? There she is back there. And Joellen Essex again. Amy Jones back over there. Lauren Donahue back in the corner. So they're making sure that we have what we need when we're in hurricane season right now, right? So they're talking about what kind of tarps do we need to buy and how do we cover up the piano, and we need to take our AV equipment with us and things like that. Okay, next slide. Okay, so we don't actually have a buildings and grounds team, and we need to get one. So the board is going to work on forming one, but in the meantime, I want to lift up the people who have been doing the work of buildings and grounds. So I asked Mark Cooper, who leads a lot of these crews, said, who else has been helping you with things? And here's who he lifted up. Well, I lifted up Mark. Adam Greco comes in and mows the yard for us, helped us build a fence. Devin Merkley helped with all that. Amy Jones and Lee Harrison, I know they also come and mow. Bob Thomas, who made my thing, and anytime a piece of this thing falls off and I find it, I give it to Bob Thomas because he knows how to fix it. He also, I was out here one day and he had a blower, and part of our parking lot is cement and part of it is gravel. And the reason there's not gravel all over the cement is because he comes out with a little machine and he pushes all that gravel where it's supposed to be. He also takes care of the flag. He makes sure we're flying the flag at the level we need to fly it, when we need to fly it. Marty Newcomb, she's not here today, but she's been helping with a lot of stuff. She built the little library out there. Karen Baggett, Jaime Castro right here has been helping, yes. Robert Humber, who's here, he's been helping. Rana and Mark Campillo back in the corner over there have been helping. Joellen Essex, starting to hear her name a lot of times. Dan Phillips right next to her, thank you so much for all you do. Steve Clift way back there in the back. John Probst right here in the bright yellow shirt. And then Sarah Grenier and her partner Justin and her dad have also come and done a lot of work with us together. So big round of applause for everybody. Now we can sing the song about love.
Our sixth value now is clear. Love, 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 it is here. We are learning something new. You values, it's what we do. Just like a tree, we will be branches which we all will see, reaching out to you and me. Let's celebrate our value tree.
Now, it is quite possible in that last section that I missed somebody. Amy Jones told me to be careful of that, and she told me a story from one of her bosses who said, you know, our brains are so amazing, and the first day you're born, you start learning things and you remember them. Every day you're learning things, learning names and more names and more names and more names until the day you need to start listing them. And then they all disappear. So I apologize if I left anybody out. Everybody does work around this building that is beautiful and keeps us having a beautiful home. So thank you, each and every one of you. Which brings us to our seventh value, which is interdependence. Interdependence means that we are all connected and dependent on one another. So now we're going to hold up 7 fingers because we're on the 7th value, and we're going to lay one palm down, and we're going to take these 2 fingers, and they're going to come over here to this palm, and they're going to kneel down, and they're going to look at that palm that has this amazing web of life on it. If you look at your palm, it's got all kinds of lines in there. I looked at my palms when I was practicing last night. They don't have the same lines. They're different. Does anybody have same lines on your palm? Kind of amazing, isn't it? Does Melody have lines on her palm yet? She does. They do already? Does Halo, not Halo, yeah, Halo. Does Halo have lines on her palm yet as a baby? No, she doesn't? No lines yet? They're probably coming. So those lines show us how connected we are to each other. You have lines on your palm too? I see them, Odin. Okay, so your palm is like connecting lines like a web. And webs are all about being dependent on each other and being sticky together and staying together through all of the hard stuff and all of the fun stuff. Interdependence means that none of us lives alone. We are connected to other people, to animals and plants, to the oceans and to the air, to our ancestors and to generations yet to come. Even when we cannot see all the connections, our lives are constantly impacting one another. Interdependence means that needing one another is not a weakness. It is part of being alive. We give and we receive. We help and we are helped. A child, a tree, a grandparent, a neighbor, a stranger, and the earth itself all have something to teach us about connection. When we understand that we belong to one another, we begin to ask not only, what do I need, but also what do we need? We will now act out our value of interdependence and show how we are all connected. I'm going to invite those of you who are willing to come into the aisle and form groups of 4 to 6 people. You're going to reach across from you, or you're going to take each other's hands, and then, so you'll have like 4 or 5 or 6 people holding hands across from each other, and then you are going to help each other figure out how to get untangled. You might have to let go of a hand to replace it, but that's the job. Let's see how we're all interconnected. Okay? Anybody who wants to play, come in the middle. You want to come in the middle and try it? Let's try it. Beautiful. Now you have demonstrated our value of interdependence. You may take your seat and we will learn the 7th verse of our song.
Our last value now is clear. Interdependence, it is here. We are learning something new. You values, it's what we do. Just like a tree, we will be branches which we all will see, reaching out to you and me. Let's celebrate our value tree.
So we were going to sing it all 7 of them together, but we're kind of running late on time. So we will sing that another time. So
please join me in reading our chalice extinguishing words. We extinguish this flame, but not the light of truth, the warmth of community, or the fire of commitment. These we carry in our hearts until we are together again. Now en español, extinguish es el llama, pero la luz de la verdad, el calor de comunidad, el vega nuestro compromiso, esto los veros es el corazón hasta que hecho otra vez. Thank you.
all right, it is UCF tradition to join hands around the edges of the sanctuary, forming something that resembles a circle. If you prefer to stay in the middle and be surrounded by our love, that is your choice. All right. Here we go, Lincoln, Lincoln. Look at that little baby. All right, we're stretched. Almost. Everybody gets to see the little baby a little better now. Yes, Halo. Welcome. Love holds you. Love bears witness to all your inherent dignity and worthiness. It witnesses how you try, how you succeed, and how you fail. And it does not flinch. Love will not let go. Love holds each and every one of you. Amen.